Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Stephen, the Travelling Irishman. So from here, my planned destination in Murcia, it's about 1900 kilometers, so a bit of a drive. So I'm thinking it's going to take me about a week, but let's see how it goes. Now, before we get into the journey, so let's just jump back this morning. Wee bit of a problem with the car, Stephen being a bit stupid. I mentioned in my last video that I'd bought the freezer box that you plug in, and then I mentioned, I wonder can you leave that on all night. I can't even believe I thought that. Of course you can't leave it on all night. So I was lying in bed 2 AM or something, and I thought to myself, oh no, what am I thinking? No way, could you leave that? So I decided to get out of bed and go and disconnect it. Battery was already dead. So I'm back to bed, had a sleep in this morning, and thought I'll just lift the jump leads out of the boot and get someone in the hotel to give me a jump start. Can you open your boot in my car with no power? Nope. Jump leads in the boot. Went into the hotel, said to the guy, says nobody here jump leads. I says I would jump start you, but nobody here jump. He said it in French. So then he directed me to a garage which was 100 meters away, and lovely people, lovely place, and fella brought me straight round with a battery, started the engine, all going again, wouldn't take any money, and now we're on the road to destination number 2. Right, so what I've decided for today, my destination's Le Mans. It's about a 4.5 hour journey if you don't do any pit stops, but I'm sure I'll stop a few times for coffee and the dog breaks or whatever. You know, in part 1 of my adventures in the motorhome all around Europe, I hated tunnels. I always worried it was going to break down. If it did, it would be a nightmare. And I'm not feeling that at all in the car. Like, it just dawned on me that I've been through quite a lot and I hadn't thought about it. I mean, this one, the one I just went through, had a lane closure. That would have had me panicking. Now, again, I was looking for budget hotels, and I've ended up with the same chain. That was quite accidental. I've seen a few places cheaper, but they're a bit shabby looking. That wee place last night was fine. You have no extras, you don't even have a key. You've no towels or anything like that. But they're cheap and dead clean, very, very clean. And this one tonight, that one last night didn't have a bathroom, but I've booked one tonight with a bathroom to have a look and see what it's like. And it's not much dearer. It's like, I think it was €7 more expensive. Now the only thing was, when I was checking in, he said you have to pay for the dogs, and it's €5 a night each. He only charged me €5 for both dogs, but I think that's a thing in France, because after he did that I went on looking, and nearly all of them, somewhere in writing, there may be a charge for the dogs. So that's alright. So yeah, just a 4-hour drive. I'm looking for a coffee. I haven't had my coffee. The one thing I forgot, all my planning, I wanted to buy a 12-volt kettle for making coffee. I've got everything with me, but no kettle. So I could have got one in Halfords. I don't know where I'm going to get one in France, but I'll keep my eye out. It's an overcast day, but it's a nice temperature, and I'm going to get the music up and just chill out for the next 4 hours. Speak to you later.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain.
Look at the difference in size of those. Modern day and old one. I think that's a caravan. Were people smaller not that long ago?
We let go of disguise. And now there's something.
That was funny. I needed a coffee, so on the motorway I went into the first services that I came to and got a coffee. But coincidentally, ta-da! 12-volt kettle. So I'm going to be making coffees at the side of the road, I think. Not good. Lucky as usual. I've just arrived in Le Mans, and I was on a motorway, and you get a wee ticket when you're onto it, and you pay the toll when you get off. It was €60! €60! I only drove up a road! Oh my god, €60. Right, now, 2 minutes from the hotel. Can't find the hotel. Google's found it, hasn't told me where it is.
12 seconds later.
Hotel F1, number 2. It's funny, so I'm driving straight south, and I've got out of the car a couple of times, and each time I've got out it's felt warmer. Is that because I'm going further south? Didn't really show it, but this is the new travel wagon, and I'm loving driving this car. This car, it just goes so well, so smooth. You have to be careful you don't notice speed. Not sure if the dogs like it as much as the motorhome, but I don't think that matters too much. Molly just lies down anyway, whether she was in the motorhome or there. She just, once you get in the vehicle, she just lies down and waits. Right, let's go in and see what this wee place is like. This room is fine. It's very like the other room. It's actually a bit smaller. But, ta-da! I have, it's a bit like a motorhome. Actually, I would say the one in my motorhome was bigger, but this is great. Worth the extra few euro. Hello, Buster. Hello, Molly.
The next morning.
Hi guys, I just had a really good sleep. Finished a video last night and I can't get it uploaded. The connection in there wasn't good, and I'm having problems the whole time since I've got to France with my Vodafone. What I've decided to do today, I'm heading to Bordeaux, which is another 4-hour drive, just over 4 hours. What a beautiful day. When I come out of the hotel there, I was going to make my first cup of coffee with my new kettle. Brilliant. Drop the milk. Just burst open. Plastic container. So, McDonald's. Just for coffee. Before I set off. What a cracking day this is. Am I being really stupid? I just got a McDonald's coffee and this is the lid. Where do you drink? D and other. It's a wee tiny hole, but that can't be a drinking hole. I probably am being stupid. Everyone's laughing at me. Anyway. No lid. I'm gonna go lidless. Right. So, as I said, today's drive, it's another 4.5 hours if I don't do any stops, which of course I will, and I'm heading for Bordeaux. That looks class, doesn't it? Isn't that lovely? You know, a few weeks ago I drove up from Italy right up through the centre of France, and I said in a couple of videos how beautiful it was, how well maintained, clean and tidy. Now I'm driving down, not exactly the coast, but the west, near enough the west coast, and it's exactly the same. The roads are beautiful, the scenery is beautiful, but everything's finished so well. Coming into cities, I missed a view there I would like to have shown you of a city in front of me, and it was just beautiful, picturesque. And you know, whenever you drive into cities anywhere in the world, it's very industrial looking, and you think that's just the way it is, but what I've seen of France, they have proven it doesn't need to be like that. It's just wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I just filled up there. That's the first fuel I've put in since I've left the UK. The car is really, really good with fuel, 54 miles to the gallon, which it's a big car, it's a fast car, it's fantastic. Over the moon, look at the amount of people here. It's just services, it's nice weather. But when you compare this to a few months ago when I was travelling through Europe, everywhere was empty. New kettle time. It's filled with water. Well, enough for a coffee. Let's see.
Moments later.
It's been a while. I was convinced for a while it wasn't even going to work. But it's getting hot.
More moments later.
There's a saying, a watched kettle never boils. I've just discovered it's true.
2,000 years later. One eternity later.
I've decided any steam comes out of it at all, hot enough. Right, I can see steam. I don't know if it's showing up in the camera, but I can see steam. Good enough. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yeah, there's steam coming out of there too. Ta-da! I'm 60 miles from Bordeaux and I want to see a wee bit of France. I'm going to go off the motorway. I've set my sat-nav. It's taking me off at the next exit. The countryside looks beautiful and every village you see from a distance looks beautiful. I think I'm falling in love with France.
Take the exit, then keep right.
Okay. It went from 1 hour to 2 hours taking this route. And saying that, I seem to be in a service station. You heard her? She makes mistakes all the time, you know. I'm in a service station. Google, what are you doing? Back in the motorway, she just led me right through the services onto the motorway and hasn't said anything. I'm waiting on her. She better say something now and correct herself. Assumably that's going to be the next exit now. I'll have to make sure it's not a services. Not that I would go into it this time.
Take the first exit onto D1010.
Not even an apology. I assume Bordeaux must be pretty congested. I noticed when I was coming down the motorway there, the kilometres against the time that it said it was going to take to get there suggested slow traffic. And now that I've come off the motorway, it says it's 39 kilometres, but 1 hour 30 minutes. So, and I'm already in a queue, just as I say that. What a glorious day today. You know, in the big motorhome, I would have been avoiding towns like this, and that was a problem. I never would have headed inland purposely unless I had to go somewhere specifically, because I was worried about tight squeezes and nowhere to park and all that
In
stuff.
300 metres at the roundabout, continue straight onto route to Bordeaux, D1010.
And in the car I don't feel that at all. In fact, driving, it's a completely different experience for me. I'm not criticising motorhoming, and I will have another camper van, but certainly I'm enjoying the drive far more because I'm not in a big motorhome. Unusually brown water. Is that a sandbank? Not exactly the scenery I was thinking about. This is taking us into the harbour, I think. As usual, harbour areas are nearly all industrial. I'm always a bit geeky. I don't know why. I seem to like bridges. Isn't that wonderful looking from underneath? I'm obviously in the outskirts of Bordeaux, but everything's slow paced. Haven't sat anywhere for any real length of time, but lots of traffic. Now, the hotel I'm going to, my budget, I haven't managed to stay down at my budget yet. I think I said 35 to 40 euros. This one was 48. Now, I booked it through the Revolut app and it saved me €7, so closer to 40 euro. Dogs, €3 each on top of that. So I don't know what this hotel's like. It's not as budgety, I don't think, as the one I've been at the last 2 nights, but I'm nearly there. I noticed on Google there, at one point it said 17 kilometers, 54 minutes. That's slow. The worst I ever had was in Bangkok. Bangkok is just one of the busiest cities in the world, and you don't want to go through it in a car or a taxi. And I was going to a restaurant bar called Rosie O'Grady's, and I noticed on my phone it said walking time 15 minutes or something like that, driving time 40 minutes. So whenever you're in Bangkok, public transport and your feet are definitely the best way to go. I'm going to say public transport, I mean the Sky Train. And another mode which is not too bad is speedways, is tuk-tuks. Although a bit crazy, I love tuk-tuks. They go mad and they know all the shortcuts and up all sorts of wee side streets. So they tend to get you there far faster than the likes of a taxi. Now, this particular video I've been recording since yesterday, so I've enough stuff for about an hour video, maybe a 2-hour video, which nobody would want to watch, so I'll have to do a lot of cutting out. So I'm going to leave it off there and carry on tomorrow. I'll maybe stay 2 days in Bordeaux and go in and have a look around Bordeaux. I'm not 100% sure of that yet, to see what the hotel's like, but that's a bit of a plan anyway. And as you know, my plans tend to never ever do what they're meant to do anyway. So I'm going to leave it off there. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, as usual, subscribe would be great. If you haven't subscribed and you watch the videos, please subscribe. But until next time, bye for now.